Following two double homicides and a deadly police shooting this past weekend, Honorable Jeremiah Norbert, the minister in the office of the Prime Minister responsible for crime prevention, was questioned about the status of the proposed national anti-crime prevention strategy he announced on March 4, 2024. The minister expressed that while the events of the past weekend are disheartening, good plans take time to implement, and he has enlisted the help of multiple stakeholders to work on the new policy.
I think about the national crime prevention strategy, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I don't want to give anybody any sort of false hope or false expectations so that next week when I return to press briefing, I'm asked again, so where are we in terms of the... I'm going to keep you updated. I have started the engagement with stakeholders. I've met commerce, I've met civil society, I've met the chamber, other individuals who have an interest. I've met some NGOs, and we started a discussion. I've also engaged 2 or 3 individuals who can serve in the capacity of consultant, and we've not chosen a consultant, but we're in the process of trying to identify a proper consultant to put together a national crime prevention strategy. So that, as I said, will take some time.
Minister Norbert stated that the government is still doing all they can to support the police force at present.
We continue our efforts. You would have seen, I think, 2 Fridays ago, this Friday, the Friday before, where again we would have made a contribution to the police in our attempts to be able to combat the situation. I mean, the police tell you that they have limited resources, and giving them the resources will be able to assist in their attempts. We gave them, I think, somewhere in the range of about 28 vehicles, ATVs, motorcycles, jet skis, to help with their efforts in combating crime.
The minister also went on to praise the police for their continued efforts at keeping the island safe, their rigorous investigations, and their active plans to suppress crime in this country.
We have to also take into consideration that, yes, there were 4 homicides, and you have to think about, here's what, the police have been doing a lot, and I want to commend them for their efforts to suppress crime and to suppress criminal activity. All the homicides that were recorded over the weekend were gun-related. The police also recovered 4 or 5 firearms over the course of the weekend. They also recovered 4 or 5 firearms. And what that speaks to is the heavy influx of firearms into our borders. And we really have to reconsider our modus operandi.
Speaking in relation to the high number of illegal firearms on island, Norbert hinted at the possible resolution to the issue.
It's really a time for us to pause and stop and maybe reimagine, rethink how we do some of the things, especially our entry points, our ports of entries, because I can tell you these firearms are not being manufactured in St. Lucia. They're not homemade guns as we used to here a long time ago. These firearms are being brought here from overseas, and we will be giving serious consideration as it relates to our ports of entries, and reconsidering and relooking at how we do business there, because we cannot continue along these lines. We cannot continue firearms just coming to St. Lucia, so we will be giving some serious consideration to that particular part of crime fighting.
The Crime Prevention Minister made his statement at Monday's June 10th weekly pre-cabinet press briefing. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austin.